Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I am here to do a St. Patrick's Day tarot tag with you. I am not sure the exact name of that tag, but I will find the the actual final tag name and put it in the title bar so that you know it. And I'll put all the prompts down below. And this is actually a VR to Brittany at Cosmic Lunar Soul and Priscilla at A Life Full of Simplicity. They have individual channels, and then they come together each month on their individual channels. They do a live stream, like a co-live stream, where they do things like this, these tags and things. And so this month, in the month of March, yes, because I'm filming this in February, but you'll see this in March. You will see them do this one. So as soon as I have the link for that, I will post it in the description box below, along with the tags and everything. But this is probably going to premiere a little bit before that. So yeah, this will be out a little bit before that video. But as soon as I have the link, I'll pop it down there so that you guys can run over there and see their video and what they come up with as well. They came up with some nice prompts. So let's get started. So the first prompt is End of the Rainbow. What deck did you have a hard time finding or tracking down? And I'm going to go with this one. This is actually the Charles 6 deck. I had this box. So here you go. This is Charles 6. I love this. I think it's beautiful. It's handmade. It feels a little bit special. It's not a special edition or anything. I mean, you can get one if you want it. The thing is that in the age of Etsy, in the age of Etsy, in the age of Etsy, you it's easier to get a deck than it was to get this one. Okay, it's not like where you point, click, put your credit card or attach it to your PayPal, and boom, you have a deck in a week or two. Actually, this came quicker than some Etsy decks. It came all the way from Italy, and I think it came to me within a week. It was very fast, but I did have to go to his. I had to find first. I had to find his Facebook page, which meant that I had to find the video. I actually saw this on Musings by Masha. So I had to find the video that she did for this, and then I had to find the Facebook. I had to join the Facebook. I had to email him, like actually email him to tell him what I wanted, describe to him what I wanted, and then he made me. He did it very quickly. It wasn't hard. It wasn't difficult. It was just a couple of extra steps that I'm used to. Let's just put it that way. So, and because he doesn't have a website, that's how you have to get his decks, and it actually makes it very special because he makes it specifically for you. Like I said, he put my whole government name on my box. So I've never had a box that personalized before. Look at these. They're so great. The thing that I love the most about this one and what made me really have to have it as a collector, right? Because I have decks that I use and then there are decks that I collect. But I'll probably use this deck, to be honest, once I get over the precious of it all, which takes me a little while, but I do eventually get over that. I love these swords. So in a traditional Marseille deck, well, I can't say traditional because I mean, these aren't drawn. He actually finds these cards and then puts them in a deck. He kind of cobbles together decks because I think this deck only came with like the trumps, and he brought these pips from like another deck from the same time period, and that would have been created for a similar for someone else like that is a contemporary of Charles VI, right? So it would have been created in the same time in the same city or whatever. But he um he brought these pips where you've got, for the odd pips, instead of having one going up the middle like you would for most swords on a Marseille deck, you have three on one side and two on the other, or four on one side and three on the other. Like for this one, you got four on this side and three on the other. And I just thought that was so quirky and cute. So this one you have six on this side. No, this is five on this side and four on that side. And I just thought that was cool. So I was like, I gotta have it. I just definitely have to have it. He gave us extra cards so you can switch out cards. So I did that. I don't love this Knight of Swords. I may, if I can find another one, I may, that I like in the pack of extra cards he sent, I might switch that out. But other than that, I think I've personalized it as much as I possibly can. And yeah, it's great to have, but definitely, like I said, in the age of Etsy, a little bit more difficult to get. So this was the deck that was a little bit of a hard time tracking down. So that is the Charles 6 deck by Marco. Benedetti. And like I said, it was not hard to do. It was just harder than I'm used to. Of all my other decks, this is probably the most work I had to do to get a deck, which wasn't even that much work, but there it was. And it came wrapped in this, which I'm keeping it wrapped in this for now until I decide to, get unprecious about it. And I don't know what I'll do with this cute paper. I love it. All right. So the next prompt is Pot of Gold. When you found that deck, was it worth the quest? Yes. Yes, I already said that. Yes, it was worth the quest. It feels very special. It feels very special, and it feels like it was made because it was made just for me. So, yes, it was worth it. And then the next prompt is Shamrock Shake. What's your favorite snack? What's your favorite snack when doing tarot readings? That's a hard no. I don't snack while I'm doing tarot readings, y'all. I don't. I do not bring food around my cards. I do sometimes pull cards. I do often pull cards when I'm brewing my coffee in the morning. So that is probably the most food you're gonna find around my cards. Or I may bring like something to drink while I'm filming. Or if I'm doing if I'm doing a lot of readings at once for people, then I may bring like some water or some tea or something. But other than that, there's not gonna be food. I'm not bringing food around my cards. I'm not gonna do it. I don't know how you all who read in like bars and restaurants do it. I would freak right the hell on out. I just would. Like somebody put some sticky hot wing sauce on my cards and I'm gonna be mad. No, I think I would just of course just bring a deck that I could wipe off, or it's not going to bother me if I have to replace it, right? So the next prompt is the Leprechaun. Do you own a rare out of print deck? And if not, which one would you get if you could? And I'm going with the Black Lives Matter tarot. Oops, dropped a card. Give me a second. When I first was talking to Brittany about this, I was like, Brittany, I don't have any rare decks. What are you talking about? Like I'm not that type of collector. I don't collect. I don't buy out of print decks. If it's out of print, if I have something that's out of print, I bought it when it was in print. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. So I was like, I don't have anything, but I actually do. I actually do have a couple of decks around here that are not only out of print, but actually rare. And this is one of them. I don't even know if this deck was ever for sale, but the creator was kind enough to send me a copy, and I just love it. And I am so thankful that she created it. So her name is Tina, and she's Queen of Wands Tarot. She does sell these photographic decks on Make Playing Cards, and she has the Naturescapes Tarot, which I have, and she has the Tarot of Architectural Objects, which I have and adore. And this one, which I love, this one's not for sale on her Make Playing Cards, but it is. I'm just very thankful to have it. It's really a special deck in my collection, and I just really appreciate Tina for sending it to me. She has a very special gift for curating photographs for tarot, and all of her decks just hit me in a certain way. They just get under my skin, and this one is um, this one is not an exception for sure. This one is probably the one that I hold the most dear to me because it's so rare. But I do also really love um, her tarot of architectural objects, and I just recently got Naturescapes last year, and I love that one as well. So she makes a lot of good decks, and she's Queen of Wands Tarot. I'll link her Make Playing Cards down below if you want to check out what she does have available. She used to have a cat one too, which I missed out on. So if you have that one's rare and out of print now. I don't know if people know. Sometimes I think when we buy decks and they go out of print, sometimes it's hard to even realize they've gone out of print, right? Because um, you're not really paying attention once you've already. Oh, well, I know I'm not. Once I've already purchased it, I'm not really like tracking it anymore. So sometimes I don't even know things have gone out of print. But the next prompt is Four Leaf Clover, a deck that you thought would be just another deck, but it turned out to be something great. Ooh, so many. I have so many decks like this. Where do I start? Okay. Have you guys seen this one? This is the Nature and Soul Yoga Wisdom Cards by Allison DeNicola, artwork by Christine Zilich, which, can I just say something? I went down an Allison DeNicola rabbit hole last year. I got which deck did I get to start with? It was, hang on, I have it here. This was the first one I got from her. I was sent this by US Game Systems. They were like, I think you would like this. And I was like, okay, let's see. When I say I fell in love with that deck, with her guidebook, um, got the birds next. Love the birds. The birds I use all the time. That deck is so fabulous. I even bought my mother a copy. We both have copies of the birds. We love the bird one. Then I picked this one up next. And I got it on Amazon because I was like I said, I was going down a rabbit hole with her decks and her guidebooks. There's something really special about the way that she picks these topics, and each one is different, right? But she just really presents them in such a very easy to open yourself up to really hear kind of way. The way she writes her guidebooks really resonates with me. It really does. I loved the auspicious symbols guidebook and all of the messages in there. They're so thorough. They have so much information. There's always some sort of active message as well as like a internal message for you to take in. And this one is about yoga. Each one of her decks is just a little bit different, and like I said, there's the auspicious symbols, and then there's the birds. This one is yoga and animals, and it's got Christine Zilich's artwork, which then led me to getting the Zilich tarot. Like, I was down a rabbit hole, y'all. But this deck right here, I think I picked it up on Amazon for, I want to say it was like $8 or something. It was very inexpensive, and I cannot tell you why, because it's really great. But I only picked it up because I was, like I said, I was going down. I only picked it up because it was Allison DeNicola. And I was like, oh, another one of her decks. Let me see. And I didn't expect much, but I love it. Just like all the other ones, I love it. Let's read for Flower, just so you can kind of get a feel for her writing. The word is blooming. It says the nature symbolism of flower is one of birth and unfolding. Flowers are often considered the mother of the fruit that comes ahead of it. Think of the delicate tree blossoms that precede the apple. Flower pose is a seated balance that is very accessible. It is both grounding and uplifting, bringing balance to your physical body and to your emotions. It is often practiced in parent and child yoga classes and reminds us of this very sweet relationship. Flowers are often fragrant and inspire well being and joy. This is certainly a wonderful benefit from simply observing a flower blooming in nature. The message: welcome the energy of the flower now into your heart and mind. This has a practical aspect and gives us a certain awareness that our connection to earth. Like a flower with roots in the soil, you can now rise up toward the sun with ease. Let yourself feel this grounding and lifting as as a balancing act for emotions. If you have been feeling dull and uninspired, Flower is here now to help you bloom. Reflect on your own parent child dynamics and see where that may be affecting you emotionally. Let go of over complications and simplify your actions and relationships. Take pleasure in the small acts and allow yourself to feel joy all on its own. And then there's a practice. Find a comfortable seat. Allow your roots to drop down into the earth and your head to rise toward the clouds. Picture your favorite flower in your mind. See it with all of its details. Place the flower in various places in your body. Sense this flower as a healing, uplifting symbol. As you inhale, feel the flower's essence filling you with energy. As you exhale, feel yourself filling with joy. Practice this for 10 to 20 rounds of breath. It's one card a day will get you right. You know what I mean? So this one definitely falls very squarely into that 4-leaf clover, a deck I bought that I thought would be just another deck, but turned out to be something great. Yeah, that's what is it called? Nature and Soul Wisdom Yoga card. The title of the deck is really long, and sometimes I forget the name of it, but it's so great, and I really love it. The next, I'm looking at her Mudra's decks next. Those are my next. I'm trying to get them all. Anything that's still on sale. Some of her decks are out of print now, but I'm trying to catch them all. Irish whiskey, a deck that's always a party or a celebration. Yes, Irish whiskey. This one was really freaking difficult for me. Oh, the light's coming in. It's okay, we're almost done. This one was really freaking difficult for me. So I thought, oh, it'll be a cute deck. And I was looking through all my cute decks and I was just looking at them thinking, oh, this is cute, this is cute, this is cute. But none of them felt like a celebration. None of them made me feel like I was having a party. You know, I mean, they're cute and they're adorable, but a party, it was between this one and another one. I'm going to show them both. So this is the Stoller Tarot by Adam Stoller. This is a US Games 10 deck. I think it's the balloons in this one that do feel like a party, but it is pretty cute. Like the people are super cute. Let me just hold this up because this light is gonna give me issues. Yeah, like we got clowns, we got people. This is obviously like a game night. There's balloons. I think this was the first one that I looked at and I was like, oh yeah, I could see this as a party for sure. You know, um, yeah, I think. So, I mean, we got circus, the balloons. This is a magician. Definitely magicians happen at parties. Here we have a mime. So I could definitely see this one feeling like a party or a celebration, or actually even using this to read at a party or a celebration. So yeah, there's this one. Here we have a jester. Yeah, it definitely feels fun. And I think, like I said, the balloons really, really bring me there, and the clowns. So there's that one. And then the other one that I wanted to show for this, I was really shocked at how difficult this was because I was looking at the teddy bears. I was like, those are fun. I'm like, yeah, but they don't really feel like a party. And then I was looking at the penguins and I was like, no, they don't really feel like a party. And then I was looking at the cute and creepy. Like none of those really felt like a party either. But this one here, Fifth Spirit Tarot. Now, I don't know what it is about this deck that makes me so happy when I see it. But this deck just makes me smile. There is something about the way these people are illustrated and just the energy of these people in this deck that makes me happy. And it is not, I don't know, there's nothing really that logical about it. It is what it is. It makes me happy. And so when I see this deck, I feel happy. I want to smile. I want to do little shimmies. I want to chat with these people. I feel happy to see this. So yeah, this is definitely a deck that feels like a party, because in a party you want to do a little shimmy, right? You walk in, you want to tap your foot, you want to look. I mean, I literally couldn't think of like being at the skating rink and, chatting with my friends and having a soda and skating around, or even just, I used to rollerblade outside. So, even just being outside rollerblading, like these sort of things, I don't know, these people make me smile. And I kind of want to walk in there and chat with all of them. Like I feel like they're my little friends. So anyways, this one is definitely one that feels like a party. I don't know that it's meant to feel that way, but it does for me, and so it is what it is. And this is the Fifth Spirit Tarot. It feels like a house party. Like I'm going to a house party and I'm going to be chatting with my buddies, sitting around catching up with people, having a beer and catching up. Definitely. The last prompt here is Rich Heritage. Which deck in your collection has so much depth to it, whether it be with the art, the guidebook, or the readings? And I am going to go with this one. This is the traditional Korean tarot with art by Bono. I'm showing this one because it's bigger. I have this sparkly one, and then I also have just the regular version, and both of them fall under this category. They are extremely in depth. The artwork has a lot of layers to it. There's a lot. Oh, this light is gonna give me issues. Okay. We'll hold it like this. The artwork is amazing and it's layered and beautiful. The guidebook is, I can't even with that guidebook. I have another one that has a fabulous guidebook that I got last year, or it might have been the year before actually. That's comparable. It's called, what is the name of it? Oh, I forgot. I forgot the name of it. I'll put it on the screen if I can remember. But the artwork on that one is not as interesting as this one. So I chose this one. The artwork on the cards. The guidebook is just as interesting, but the cards are more interesting on this one. Look at this little cat. He's cute. I love this deck so much. So much. It's gorgeous. And when I got both decks because I couldn't decide. I went back and forth, back and forth. I don't know. Do I want the holographic or do I want the regular? And to be honest, I think we're about a year later, and I still want them both. I think I'm just gonna keep them both because sometimes I like to see the sparkles, and sometimes I don't want to fool with this cardstock because the cardstock on this one is thick. It's kind of plasticky and difficult. So the other one is linen. So you know, is what it is. But I do love this elongated version. And oh my gosh, this tiger walking into the card is with the sparkle. Oh my God, this one. And then the guidebook. I mean, they just really knocked it out of the park. They really did. Look at this guidebook, y'all. Like, it's so much information. There is so much information in this book. It talks about the colors, the tradition, the lore, the culture, everything you see on the cards. Some things you know, I don't know, just things that may not be necessarily on the card, but the feeling of it is in there. You know what I mean? And they speak about that. They give you negative and positive, upright and reversed, all of the different symbols. I mean, you know, zooming in on the roses and lilies, zooming in on the carp and what those can represent, zooming in on the earth in your hands and what that can represent. Even gives you like a section down here about what the carp, like some of the traditions of seeing a carp in your dreams or seeing it in a painting, and how it's an auspicious symbol. It can mean marriage. It can mean, there's so much information in this book. So much information. I guess this is how far I got before I stopped reading. But there's a lot of good stuff in this book. So I feel like she really knocked it, or they, I'm not sure to be honest, but I feel like Bana, Mama, whoever they are, really knocked this one out of the park. Like, this book is like next level. So I think that you can now get this in a mini as well, or it's coming out in even a mini. There's a paper version. There's this holographic version. I think there's a plastic version, which is a slightly oversized version of the paper version. It is just, yes. So this would be my rich heritage deck. This is the traditional Korean tarot by Bana. I wish that I had something with the name so I could show you in English, but I don't have. I'm guessing this is probably what this says here, but I can't read that. So I don't have anything, but I'll put it on the screen. This part in the back about the props and the parts of costume is so interesting to me because I used to be a costume designer. So this kind of stuff, like, ugh, I cannot. I eat this shit up. I love this book. I love this book. That's my last prop. I will, like I said, link below. I'll put a link below for their live coming up, and you can, you know, get over there, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you will be notified. They usually do them on Sunday afternoons. So yeah, be there with us, chat with us as they go through their choices for these prompts. I'm also going to put the prompts down below if anybody wants to do a VR. So I don't know if you guys noticed that I have my little frog here, because you know you gotta have green for St. Patty's Day, and I don't want to get pinched. So anyways, thank you guys for sticking around, and until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.